Welcome to another episode of
RyCanTopMyKnee.
I
Oh,
I think I'm Kevin.
but
Oh
I'm
wait,
Jonathan.
yeah, am I? Or are you? Okay, go ahead.
Oh my god.
And I am Kevin, and we are a boys love podcast that talks about our fave shows and all the press and mess around them. Oh my goodness, we
That was beautiful.
we are both pretty tired. We are both pretty tired. We've had
Happy Tuesday if you're listening to this on Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday and happy pre-Thanksgiving. Gobble gobble, Jonathan.
Yes, very much gobble gobble.
Gobble gobble gobble. You ready for Thanksgiving?
I'm always ready to overindulge in food.
You're gonna overindulge in tofurkey?
Yeah, I'm gonna get like a little fake ham. It'll be real good, real good.
Oh, okay, a fake honey ham. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know they had those.
Yeah,
So
get into it.
okay. Let's see.
I know all our listeners.
And I've been eating turkey for 2 weeks.
Oh my god! Because you started early, right? You started like November 1st.
I had a Friendsgiving. No. I had a Friendsgiving on the 15th. So, yeah, and I've been eating that turkey since then because there was a lot of turkey.
Gobble gobble.
In fact, I even turned it into ramen.
Hey,
Like at some point, like it's been going. So,
damn, how big was this bird?
this was a small one. It was a young bird.
A young
her
strappling
name,
thing.
her name was Shirley, and she was maybe about 11 pounds. So she was a small one, but turkey goes a long way. So
I mean, Shirley turned you out though for weeks.
she's still turning. She's still turning tricks. Okay, she's still doing it. With that said, you know what? Since it is that time of year, a reminder. If you haven't yet, which means you're probably still not following us on Instagram, or you forgot, or this is your first time listening to our pod, and if that's the case,
welcome.
We need your vote on the best BL of 2024. The link is in the bio of our Instagram, and we post it in our stories as well. The link is also in the description on the main podcast pages, wherever you are listening. So if you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music, the link is there. And the polls will close at 6 p.m. on Sunday, December 1st, 2024 at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, NYC time.
NYC, New York. Yeah, Eastern Standard Time.
And we will announce the results on our season 1 finale, which is next week.
I know.
On December 3rd, 2024.
Wow, crazy.
Like we've been doing this for a minute, and it feels like this is our baby.
This is our baby. We're thankful for this baby.
Yeah, we are so thankful for this baby. Goo goo gaga.
Ah, goo goo gaga.
So anywho, let's get into word of the tweet. Word on the tweet. Oh my gosh.
Yo, she's tired today. Okay.
Tired.
Okay, word on the tweet. Word on the turkey. Oh, what about that? No.
Word on the turkey. No.
I'm trying something, y'all. Anyways, all right. So this week there wasn't that much drama, honestly. Everyone's too busy drowning in shows right now because everyone's pumping out shows this Q4 of 2024 right now.
Yes.
But
a lot of shows.
We do have some new shows coming out. One called Knockout the Series. Did you watch the trailer?
Ooh.
The pilot trailer?
Watch the trailer.
I like skimmed through it because I hate trailers. But it looks good. It was giving like Wandy Good Day, but they're still in like college or something. I'm not sure. It was very spicy.
I saw the posters, but I did not see, and I saw the post on Instagram, but I did not see the trailer.
I see.
Yeah.
Click into it. No, but it's
clickety
into it.
Clickety, clickety,
It's
clack.
also by the same studio that's been like pumping out a bunch of good shows. Like Depop House has been
Okay.
doing a bunch of stuff. Partnership with We TV Thailand, and it also has this boy that I've been following since Boys Planet. Remember Nice? I mean, you
Oh.
didn't watch this, but me and Steven did. We watched Boys Planet
Uh
like
huh.
a year and a half ago. It's
Okay.
like a Korean survival show, idol show. So there's a lot of boys that are like, there's a lot of Thai boys trying to get into the idol industry too, but not everyone's making it.
Yeah. There's only one that I know for sure, and that's because I was a 2 p.m. stan back in the day, and that's Nick Coon. You know,
Back in the day,
but back in the day, that was a long time ago. That was an
that
era.
was an era. But yeah, Nice was on that show, but yeah, he didn't make it.
Boo hoo.
Not boo-hoo. I mean, if you're watching this right now, you can also watch Starlight Boys, which is out right now, and some boys that were in Last One are on that show. So like Cad, I've talked about from Bad Guy My Boss, he's on that show. Pentor from Last One is on that show. Support these boys if you liked Last One. If you like Dow Off Road, they're all from the same group.
Oh yes, that's right. Give them the love. Give them all the love.
But that's crazy thing. So Heart Killers just came out. We're gonna talk about it much later. But already there's drama of people being like, why are BL so over sexualized right now? Like, this is a GMM show. Like, why is everything sets on the first episode?
Womp womp. I'm so tired of these people. I am so tired of these people.
Yeah, I feel like is it that over sexualized? Like, is it crazy to see gay men having gay sets on a queer show on a BL?
No.
Right? Like, I don't
Especially
know.
if they're all adults. Like,
it's not like it's just thrown in there. It is like, it's just part of life. It's their characters.
And it's a part of the plot because one of them is clearly a hoe. So, I mean, like, what do you expect? Do you expect them to not do anything? And then one of them was, I mean, it started off, slight spoiler.
Wait, no, we'll talk about it later.
I know, but I want to make my point, okay? It started off with in a host bar. So, of course, what are you expecting? You expect them to not do anything? If you're going to start in a host bar?
They're expecting sunshine and rainbows. They're expecting,
there's going to be rainbows coming out of assholes this show.
Oh
okay,
my God.
Just get into it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. You can change the channel, go to another streaming service, something. You could do whatever you want to do. Other people like to see it, okay?
I mean,
and that's it.
Literally, JoJo, the director, was like, he was like, this cracks me up because... I mean, he said, like, everyone has their own styles at GMMTV, and GMMTV, like, buys his story specifically because they have more mature stuff. And they want, like, 1 or 2 shows a year that have, like, a more mature content. Like, that's not kids in high school or kids in a university setting,
Right. And they have a ton of high school, university
they have a ton of that fluffy stuff, if you want that.
They have a ton of it. If you want to watch fluff and have your... ass fluffed, they got it for you, okay? But if you looking to get something that is, and also, I mean, I know we're going to talk about it more, but the sex scenes in here are not that even gratuitous.
I mean, we've only seen the first episode. We never know. We'll see what we get.
Yeah, but I mean, we're in the same page where everyone else is. We've only seen the first episode, and people are already complaining that it's too sexual and judging hard. Take your judgy ass to church and don't watch any more queer stuff ever again.
Oop. Anyways. All right, next thing. Another trailer just dropped for another show. That's what I mean. Like, they're pumping, like, Q4. They're like, oh, shit, we have so many shows, backlogs that we have yet to drop yet. So there's going to be, like, a bunch of, like, good shows coming out in December that are going to, like, spill into 2025. So it's hard to categorize them as, like, 2024 shows. But the Tame Po show trailer just came out. That's the show that has William and
Mm-mm.
Est in it. It's like a kind of
Mm-hmm.
T-pop drama series, behind the scenes of dating in the
Mm-hmm.
industry. It's kind of my
Mm.
boo, right? My boo,
Kind
but
of.
more
It would
like
have been nice if it was a like an extension of My Boo, like a side
like
story,
if
but
they're
it's
in the
not
same
that.
universe, maybe that would be cool.
That would be really
But I
cool.
guess maybe this
That
is
would
gonna
be
be more
really cool.
serious.
Yeah,
It's
and I
more
feel as if
serious
they're a
and
little
dramatic.
older.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for that. I mean, I don't know how Lycan is gonna do acting wise,
Mm-hmm.
but let's see.
We can only wait and see. And I did see the trailer. I'm intrigued.
Mm-hmm. It's
And I can't wait for it to come out, and I'm gonna watch it. We're gonna be on a little break during that time because we need a break.
and it's gonna be a nice break because we're gonna have so many shows to watch.
Right. And then we're gonna come back to y'all sometime in, I believe we're planning for February
We'll see.
of 2025.
You'll get a
So,
nice
but we'll
surprise.
we'll let y'all know when we're back. Like
Yeah.
we'll give you a heads up. We'll do that. We'll give you a little heads up. Like not a 2 months heads up, but it'll be a heads up.
Yeah, you'll see when we come back. But yeah, that drops
Yes.
December 13th. So I'm excited for that.
Hmm. Yes. And with that said, let's get to our shows of the week. So, Jonathan, what is your show this week?
My show, of course. That's why I was like, let's wait till later. I want to talk about the Heart Killers.
Yes.
The Heart Killers.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Killing hearts. Maybe even killing minds.
Ooh, I mean, like everyone's talking about it. We have BL friends talking about it. We have
Yes.
the locals on Twitter ranting about it. There's
Mm.
so many edits already. I mean, what did you think? What did you think?
So, I'm going to give a little story.
Not a story. Story time in the middle. Go off.
So, our friend, I'm giving Liz a shout out because they were the ones who were like, you need to watch the show. And I was like, okay. And at first I was going to watch it at work during my lunch break, and they advised I don't do that because I'll probably be screaming.
You
And in my
brave for
head, I'm
watching
like, what
BLs
would
at
I be
work.
screaming?
You brave.
I mean, I have an office, and I mean, personally, I don't care. I'm not watching unless I'm like watching something that's NC-17, which I would never do at work.
This is
But
practically
if,
NC-17 a little, maybe.
right, but I mean, we've seen 4 minutes. This is nothing compared to that. So I ended up watching it, the first episode a couple days later, and I started it at work, but then I got busy with stuff, so I finished it at home.
Mm-hmm.
But the first 20 minutes I saw, I indeed was screaming.
Yeah, it was
And
good. I like that first
it
part, that first half of the
it
episode.
was
No?
I'm gonna say this.
You said this
Um
is camp.
I'm
This is.
I yes, it is very much camp. And I don't think that was the intention. And I will say, Liz told me that
It was gonna be funny.
they saw an interview with I think it was with like June Dunk and First Cow.
Mm-hmm.
And the show is intended to be a comedy.
Mm.
So, and I was like, in my head, I'm like, I don't think that was the original intent. I think they're saying that because they know it ended up being camp.
I
I
think
think
just like
that's
there's always like that like underlying level of like Thai comedy and everything. Like
hmm
unless it's like a super serious like crying period drama, like there's always like
right.
a everything has like is one sentence away from like a laugh track. Even though there's no laugh
Yeah,
tracks. But
but this was a lot of that. Like some of the stuff, I'm like, I can't take this show seriously. I couldn't even take and the thing is, like, I couldn't even take that sex scene with First Cow
Oh,
seriously.
I took it seriously. I was like, oh, this is wild. Y'all just met.
I, I that happens. I mean, you've been in a relationship for 8 years, so of course you haven't been doing that. But I mean, I have literally, I've seen it more times than not where especially, well, this is what anyone, queer, straight, whatever. You know, you meet up at a bar,
Meet up at
you
a bowling
home,
alley. You pick
bowling
up
alley,
guys at
wherever
a
it
bowling
is.
alley.
Right, you meeting up, hooking up, and then you
No
may
one can
never see that
host.
person again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've seen it before. So that didn't surprise me. And then the scene itself, I'm like,
I think they're just so good
they're not
together.
doing more than I haven't seen before.
I just feel like it looks so natural for them now that I'm like, oh, they are. I'm Delulu right now. Like first cow are together for sure.
I was
I've joined
not.
the hype train.
I was like, okay.
I was like, these two have explored each other's bodies.
I'm pretty sure they have. It's just
uh,
that they didn't deliver on camera what they
oh,
do behind closed doors.
I felt it. Oh, you wasn't gagging for it. You wasn't gagging.
I was not. I was laughing.
You said net. I was laughing at those
I was laughing.
tattoos on first. I was like, this tattoo.
Yes,
It
that
doesn't
I
wrap
think that's the
around.
thing.
His
The
his
tattoos look
tattoos.
like they were the peel and stick tattoos, you
Yeah.
know, and then like I see I couldn't take it seriously. I was like I
I
just
couldn't
couldn't.
take Dunk seriously in this show right now. I
I
think
rarely take Dunk seriously.
ooh,
Last time I took him seriously was in Summer Night.
you
And
said
then
he was really
outside
good
of
in Summer Nights, right?
he actually was.
He was a
Like
more
he
serious
actually was
character.
not bad. Yes, and he was better in Summer Night than I've ever seen him in anything else.
Mm.
And I'm not saying he was amazing, but if you look at his resume, that was,
You
and
said
now I'm
that's number
seeing
one.
him in this, and I'm like, oh, I have a feeling he's uncomfortable being in a BL. That's what I'm beginning to
No,
gather.
I think he just um, I
Because
wanted
in
his
Summer Night, he
character
played
to.
straight.
Oh, I think he just it's hard for him to kind of switch up the kind of like persona a little bit because I kind of just see him as Dunk in the show right now. I don't see him as this different character. He kind of plays the same kind of person. Like like Cao Chong could
Yes.
be like he can be more nerdy and then he can be more of
Mm-hmm.
like a bad boy and in this show he's kind of
Mm-hmm.
like more aloof but still like seductive. Like other like
Mm-hmm.
people can like switch it on and off. Like first, he was more like strict in the Eclipse and then here
Mm-hmm.
he's kind of more fuckboy here. Um
Mm-hmm.
so like Dunk, I feel like I first when he was like being a little thotty in his little crop top, I was like, oh, is he supposed to be kind of like a more like PP Crit vibes? Like he's like this like hot twink here next to to like coincide with first being like a playboy, but no, he's kind of just plain Dunk. So I don't know. At least
Yes.
so far.
Dunk wearing a midriff.
Yeah, like it's not
And
giving
I was kind of like,
anything different.
you could wear a longer shirt.
I thought he would be more like
Thank you.
femme. I thought he would be more, I don't know,
I
something
thought
different.
he would. It's no.
But he's
And I
playing like a
feel as if,
funny character, but he thinks he's like hot shit. So I'm confused where that's coming from.
yes. I was like, you're not. Just
Like how are
stay.
you gonna win Jung over right now? How are you gonna win yeah I forgot their names. Fidel
I
over.
don't
How you
know.
gonna win Fidel over? Just being like
Mm-hmm.
arrogant. I don't know. This character was like a little arrogant right now.
Yeah. And for what reason, I don't understand.
Yeah, I was like,
And
Jung
that's
is
kind
not gonna. Fidel's not gonna submit to that. I don't know.
Yeah, especially when Fidel is out here looking fine and,
He's ready to
I'm
kill.
like, and ready to kill, and looks can kill. Like, But then Dunk over here looking like, a geek that wanna be hot, but can't just, is not reaching it yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop.
It was.
Just, like,
We'll
dunk,
see. We'll
just
see.
dunk somewhere else, okay?
Oh.
Like, you not, no.
Sorry to
And
this man. Sorry to this man.
I'm not.
Oh.
I said what I said,
Dunk, come on to the show.
and I'm gonna stand on it. Okay.
No. Dunk, come on to the show and
I'm
talk to
standing
us.
on it. I'm standing in it, and I'm standing around it. Okay. I'm on it. So.
This is why we have no GMMTV interviews, y'all, because our opinions are our opinions.
Or maybe they want to because we're actually giving them the real.
Ooh, let's give them the real, y'all.
We're giving the real. We don't sugarcoat nothing on this
Oh
show.
my god.
So,
Hey, sugarcoat.
nothing. But overall, I would say the first episode of Heart Killers.
It
You know
was
what? I'm
fun.
intrigued. I'm gonna keep watching. I'm gonna keep watching.
And I like that we're still in this kind of like 80s kind of vibe that JoJo likes to do in
Yes.
all his shows.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
like it's the styling, this kind of American diner,
Yes. It
this
definitely made me think
the
of Steak
bowling
and
alley.
Shake.
Yeah, like I love all this. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
you can see like his influence in all his shows.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, what's your show of the week?
Mine is Our Youth, which is a Japanese show that came out actually a few weeks ago.
Mm.
And I started it yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And so far it's off to a good start. I'm gonna give it its flowers because it's kind of sad. It's a little heavy. And it made me think of my time when I used to work with high schoolers a little bit. And
Mm-hmm.
I, so I will say this. This is also a small spoiler, but the bully in the show is getting abused. I'm not going to say by who or whatnot because I'll spoil it too much.
Mm.
But, you know, I don't like it when teachers or officials just write off a student and not really try to figure out what the issue is. They're like, he's a bad kid. So we're not going to help him. He's just going to always be bad. And it's kind of like this kid needs somebody to understand that he has bruises all over his body.
Oh no.
Like someone needs to understand that this kid, the reason why he's showing up late to school is because he has to stop at the pharmacy to get stuff to heal his wounds. Like, I don't think, and this is why, like, I was getting so irritated with the people in the school so much because me working in a school, if
Mm-hmm.
I notice a student is having issues, I at least want to get to the root of where these issues are coming from. Because there are students who are just lazy or whatever. But then there are also students who are having real problems at home that are preventing them to be their best selves.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
It's
So
hard to
that was
watch
what's,
bullying plots. It really is. It's
yeah.
very
Well,
emotionally taxing.
yeah. And this kid is a bully. But then you understand why he's a bully because he's being bullied at home.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
The
So,
cycle.
yeah, there's the cycle. And sometimes I'm like, as educators, your goal is to educate not just what's in the curriculum, but also at least providing an avenue for students to develop life skills, right? And one of them, which is, I think, one of the most important ones, is empathy, and really coming from that space to understand what the hell is going on with this kid. So, there's that. But overall, good acting. I actually think both of the leads are actually pretty good looking, which again
All right.
is usually rare for a Japanese
Oh
show
my
that both of them
god.
are. But I love that. And I think we're gonna have a really good story.
That's good. How many episodes are
Overall.
out so far?
I think we're at 3 at the
Mm.
moment.
Oh, so it just started like
So
earlier this month. I see.
yeah, so it's pretty new. It's pretty new. And we did mention it a few episodes back, but I don't
Yeah.
think either one of us had a chance to start it.
Yeah, but it's on. I think it's on Gaga Ooh La La though.
It's on Gaga Lala. Yes,
So
it
yes.
is. So I think it's definitely a show worth getting into. So same way that Heart Killers is worth getting into, but very different show.
Very different. Like,
Very
the
different
whiplash
show.
y'all would get from watching those back to back. Oh my god! Don't do that to
Right.
yourself.
Very different show.
Yeah.
Let's get into shows that just ended. So we have
That was a
two
heavy sigh.
shows.
A heavy sigh.
Yes, because these shows are pretty similar in some ways. Because they both have to do with organized
A
crime to an
kind of
extent.
yeah, like
One
a
is a
good
little
boy and yeah, and an organized crime. Kind of
yeah.
a good boy
it's
and a
just
bad
that
boy.
one is
A complicated relationship.
one is more fluffy than the
Yeah.
other one, right? Let's talk about the fluffier one, Kidnap.
It was very,
Um,
very fluffy. I gotta admit, y'all, I'm on episode like 10.
So you only got a couple left. There's only 2 more
But
left.
like, I feel like I can
finished
still give a
it.
full show review because like nothing new, nothing changed in the past couple episodes I've been watching.
I will say when you get to episode 11, you'll be like, oh,
Maybe the last
But I
two
will,
episodes. Come on, like I feel like
yeah.
it's the same formula every episode. Like
Yeah,
it's
and
not a
then
bad
episode
show.
12, I would say it's what you kind of expect, where everything kind of resolves. Well,
Mm.
not everything, but most things. So I I don't want to spoil the ending for you, what's going to happen in episode
We can just
11.
give like an overall review of the show.
Yeah, so I'm just going to say I give the show a 6.5. You know,
Oh.
it started off strong,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think, because you and I had spoken about this off podcast, that there were certain points where it's like, can y'all just get out of this damn house?
Literally, there was
Like,
like
y'all
a
just in the
good
house playing house.
there
Yeah.
was a good 3 episodes where like they were just in the house doing literally nothing, and I was
Right.
like,
And I'm
oh my
like, y'all
god.
need to go do something, especially you got this whole crime boss lady who's still at large. And I'm like, I don't understand. Like, what are y'all doing? Y'all
Yeah, like
doing very little.
they're either in the house doing like nothing, or they're like, I don't know, pretending everything is okay, like somewhere else doing nothing. I feel like
Nothing.
it's a lot of yeah, it's just I think it's just not a big cast, and there's just not, it's not like a university drama or anything. It's like kind of just people living their lives in the real world. So it's kind of hard to craft a story when he's supposed to be kind of like hidden and undercover, hiding away from someone. But I don't know. It's a lot of emotional talks about,
Mm-hmm.
staying together or not staying
Mm-hmm.
together.
Mm-hmm.
Like I do love Min's character. I do like him as a
I do
character.
too.
Like Om really
I
did a
like,
great job with this show.
but you know what? Ohm always does a great job. Like, Ohm knows how to deliver a character. Okay,
You
let's give that to
do.
him. He's great at acting. He looks good doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And his character was, you know, towards the end of the show, you kind of like everything kind of pulls itself together as expected. I just love how a lot of his motivation was all about. Okay, this is kind of a spoiler, not for you, but for people listening. His motivation was all about his guilt after his parents had died because he had resentment towards men, his younger brother. And that's when he was like, you know, men reached out to him and was like, I really love you. He really wanted his brother's, approval. And I think that kind of is where stuff started. And he said, I got to do everything for him. Like, even his own opportunities, he set
Yeah, he
aside
really
for his
gave
brother,
his whole life to his brother, and that's very
He sure did.
honorable.
And
And that's
yeah.
yeah, the conflict of like doing everything for his brother to fulfill his brother's life because he's like
Mm-hmm.
kind of ill, or
Yeah.
to live his own life and
Well,
kind
he's
of
more than kind of ill. He had a heart issue.
yeah, he's
Like,
kind of. I'm trying not to give too much
he's,
info. That's why I'm like he's kind of ill.
yeah, he's ill.
Or to like follow his own life and kind of focus on himself, which is possibly getting with Lang's character Q.
Yeah.
So it's like every episode is kind of like an internal battle of like choosing yourself or choosing family.
Right.
And it just got a little too
Right.
repetitive for me by episode 10, but I still
Yes.
enjoy these characters.
Yeah. Like, they had good characters, good acting. It's just that the story dragged.
The story, I needed some new person coming in, like not a love rival,
Right.
but like I don't know, something new, something different,
Something
or maybe
to
a
kind of pick
time
it up
jump,
a little bit.
something. I don't know.
Well, I don't think they were going to do a time
Like I don't
jump.
like time
because
jumps.
it wasn't that kind of it wasn't that kind of show.
It wouldn't
right?
make sense, yeah,
But
but I don't know. Something
yeah.
needed to change.
Yeah, I think if there was an ex who came in, or if Yada's, the Kun Yada,
Or maybe
the
there was like,
mafia boss, if she came earlier,
or like a side
like,
couple or something to like give me a little break from
I
Omen
mean,
Lang emotional.
there kind of was, but they didn't focus on that side couple. That was Men and
Yeah, Men
the
and
girl best friend.
yeah, Kanon
I forgot her
Jean.
name.
Kanon
Yeah,
Jean.
Jean. There we go.
Yeah, I needed something.
Yeah,
But I still enjoyed the show.
but
I would give it like a 6.
yeah, Yeah, it was not
Six point
bad.
five. Six
It's
point
just the
five.
story is what kind of it dragging so much in the middle, I think is what brought it down because it could have easily been an 8,
If they brought more action,
easily.
maybe. I'm trying to
Yeah, if they
think.
brought a little bit more action
More
or moved the story
stakes.
along a
More
little bit.
stakes.
Yeah.
There was already
Yeah,
so much at stake. I don't know.
yeah. Or even if like,
More suspense.
Kunyata like figured out they were in Chonburi or something.
Oh,
Like something that would have made it
yeah.
interesting
I
instead
need.
of
It
them just
needs.
sitting in the house
It's a lot
doing
of sitting in the
nothing.
house and talking about their lives. And by episode 10, that's
Yeah.
what I mean by like Q was like, yeah, I just realized like we're going through all this and doing all this, and I don't know much about you. But yeah, we're so deeply in love that we're crying in the on the highway, being like, "Oh, we gotta be together." I don't know. It's very dramatic. It's a very emotional show. But
Speaking
if
of emotional,
yeah,
Jack and Joker, You Steal My Heart, which, if you're listening on Tuesday, it ended yesterday.
hmm
Okay. And
but
wow.
wow,
Wow.
wow, we haven't
Wow.
seen the finale yet because this is
Yeah, this is the
pre-recorded.
day before the finale that we're recording. But everything leading up to it has been, oh, oh my gosh. Especially these last couple of episodes. Oh my gosh.
It's been,
Like,
yeah, the stakes are getting higher and higher in this show. Like here, like this
yes.
show, like it does drag a little bit because the episodes are really long, but
Right.
the story is still like consistent story of like,
Mm-hmm.
they're struggling to be together, struggling to help out their community, struggling
Mm-hmm.
to like separate from this mafia world, but they just kept,
Mm-hmm.
they both keep getting pulled back into it. Like especially
Mm-hmm.
Joke, he keeps like he wants to be good, but
He's really trying. And I will have to say, oh wait, how far are you caught up in this show?
I'm on episode. I just finished episode 10, so I need to watch episode 11.
Okay. I can say this. The biggest thing for me, other than another thing that happened that I don't want to say on here because I need people to watch this damn show
Mm-hmm.
because it's actually really good. Um, I the whole father son relationship.
Mm.
Mm,
Mm.
mm, mm, mm. Like
They got
I
the homophobic
really,
dad that's in everything, and he's in this show to fulfill
yeah,
his
but
role.
he's not. Yeah, but he's
But
not
he's not homophobic.
homophobic
He's
here.
just
Yeah,
that angry,
he,
kind of like prideful
right.
dad, but also secretly loving.
Yeah, and I'm just glad that okay, this is like a slight spoiler. They were able to reconcile because I think Joke needed that. Like
Mm-hmm.
he needed part of why he was acting out, which he said actually I think in the first or second episode, was because his dad was already had seen him as a liar. Because I mean, he was out here scamming.
It's
So
because he.
everything he was doing was to get attention by that
I
point,
think
right?
he the whole thing with Joke was like his dad has such high expectations for him and he can't
Mm-hmm.
fulfill those needs, so he kind of has to like lie and scheme to kind of get by. But then his
Mm-hmm.
dad just kind of catches on, but like all he knows how to
Right.
do is just kind of lie and scheme.
Right.
So like that's what he's good at, and
And
he's like that's all I'm good at and that's all I'm good for.
right. And unfortunately, uh, that led to the thing that broke my heart. And I'm not going to even say what it is. You know exactly what it is, but I'm not going to say it. But let's just say Yin War have been acting down
Yup,
in
yup,
the
yup, yup, yup,
show.
yup.
Ooh, ooh.
I love them so
They have
much.
been giving what was supposed to be gave in the show.
It's their own
Literally.
show. It's self-produced. Like they really did this themselves. They funded
Yeah.
this show
Ooh.
themselves. It's crazy.
Like even the crying, like out of context, some of this crying would have been extra dramatic.
I know
But
War's crying
considering
is
what,
so good.
but so good, but considering the context
Mm-hmm.
and the gravity of what Joke was experiencing on an emotional level, 100% makes sense, you know? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because that was pretty much, it was a big fuck up that he did not. expect it would fuck up that bad. Like, he knew there might be some repercussion, but not. I don't think that's what he was expecting at all.
I
You
mean, this
know?
whole thing with the ring is a little confusing, but I won't dive into it. But this show is really good, and
Yeah.
everyone should watch it. And
Everyone should watch it.
there's found family here. There's chosen family.
Mm-hmm.
There's community building. Like there's like
Mm-hmm.
class dynamics. Like it has everything you need.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of
Yes.
like, I don't know, just what's that called? There's a lot of redemption arcs. Like it's really good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What would you rate the show?
I would give this show like an 8.5.
And I'm also giving it an 8, not an 8.5, but an 8 out of
Like
10.
an 8 or 8.5. Like my
Yeah,
one
we'll
my
see.
one
That
gripe.
might change if the finale is trash. We'll see.
Yeah, it just I feel like I do like long episodes, but like these are really long. Like they could have cut down some things. Like I don't know what they could have cut
Yeah.
down, but they could have cut down some things. But I
This
do
is
love
why
like the cast.
I like some of the Japanese and Taiwanese shows because they just go straight to the meat and potatoes a lot of times. Taiwan, not as much because sometimes they do drag, even though it's like 20 minutes. And I'm like, how are you dragging in 20 minutes? Like, what are you doing? But
That's why I mean some shows.
But at least
that's
with
when you know
Japan-
that there's nothing to show if it's dragging.
yeah.
Like some
Yeah.
KBLs they're dragging, and I'm like, oh, so this show was 30 minutes, and y'all dragging it out for 10 episodes. Okay.
Yeah, it's like you don't need to do that. Sometimes it's better to just stick to the main course. Like why are you adding sides that nobody asked for?
But this was good though. There wasn't even like that many sides. It was just there was a lot
No.
in every episode.
There was a lot in every episode, and you got to still see the cute moments that you want to see. And if I hear somebody say something about the sex scenes in this show, it was nothing.
It was
You didn't see
good.
nothing.
It was good though.
They were
They were
emotional, but
hungry.
it's like-
They were hungry.
Yeah, but you didn't see booty crack, Boochie cat.
Oh.
You didn't see none of that. Like, so I need people to calm down.
I don't
Like
think-
they were
Yeah.
they were well curated intimacy scenes.
It was probably spicier
that
in
were-
Love Mechanics in here.
Mm,
Because in Love Mechanics, they did have like a shower scene. They had a bunch of scenes. Yeah.
yeah, this one, yeah. And I mean, I think if they had too many sex scenes, it would have distracted from the whole plot.
It wouldn't make
you know?
sense putting,
It wouldn't make
in their
sense
journeys.
because there were half of the time they were kind of running for their lives. It's like,
Yeah,
how
there's-
you got the time to do it?
That's what I mean. Like kidnap, take notes. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like kidnap, they were in that house and they only did it so far like once. Is where I'm at.
As far as we know. And I'm like, I don't understand. Y'all literally sitting there doing nothing. Y'all should be, at the very least, acting like rabbits.
Not
at
acting
this
like
point.
rabbits. He has his
Right,
little
'cause you
brother
doing
downstairs.
nothing.
He has a little brother downstairs.
His little brother knew what was going on.
He really
was
did.
like,
He was rooting for
He
them.
knew exactly. He was rooting.
He said
so.
the house shook last night. That's crazy.
Yeah, he sure did.
Oh,
It's
just
was
like
there
the
an
grandma on this
earthquake?
show. The grandma on this show was like, get it. She was like, get it.
Yes, she was ready. So, anywho, we got some new shows to talk about. We'll probably go through them quickly. So let's get into it. So, I just started a show that came out a couple weeks ago called People Come Later. It's a Viet BL. I told you a little bit about it, Jonathan. And it's starting.
Ooh. That
there's-
said a lot. That said a lot right there. That told me everything.
I would just tell you this. There was a thief who tried to steal a taxi driver, a motorcycle driver's motorcycle
Work.
and his wallet, and ended up getting beat up by someone who witnessed it happening. And then dude got so scared that he peed on himself. And when dude who was robbed was trying to get his wallet from the guy and reached in his pants, he's like, "Why are your pants wet?"
I don't think I've
And
ever.
that's when he realized the dude had peed on
I've
himself.
never peed on myself and being too scared. Like, have you? Like,
And in my head, I'm like,
Like,
You just stole something, and because you think you so big and
oh,
bad, and you peed on yourself. Like, get the what? I was so
you said
I was
you
so
said
thrown off.
priorities. Like,
I was like, you should not be stealing nothing. Because if you're gonna be big and
work on
bad, you
that
need to be
bladder
big and
control.
bad.
Work on that bladder
Right.
control.
Work on that bladder control. You got scared and you peed on yourself. And then to make it worse, apparently he was also not wearing any underwear. So they felt some, kibbles and
Not
bits.
kibbles. And what
So
is this the BL part? Like, feeling up this
no, it's
guy he just
not.
beat
That's
up.
it. He felt some kibbles and bits looking for his wallet. And I'm like, see,
That's some wet
that's
kibbles and bits.
wet kibbles and bits. And oh my gosh.
Oh my god, this is so dumb.
Yeah, I was like, what is going on?
All right,
So
we all have to check it out, y'all. Well, let's all watch some wet kibbles
I'm
and
gonna
bits.
watch another one because this is,
It's on
and I will
YouTube.
tell you, it's on YouTube. Quality wise, it's nothing compared to, if we're gonna compare it to another BL. It's nothing compared to Teenager Judge.
Okay, okay.
Nothing. Teenager Judge is definitely better quality.
Ooh,
I'll say that.
I say that.
Next is Your Sky, which, oh my gosh, Jonathan.
Oh, we should talk about Your Sky. We should
We
talk.
gotta
about
talk
This
about
show was
it.
really good, y'all. This was almost my show of the
It's
week.
really good. And we are more we scrutinize
You
University
scrutinize.
BL. You do too, so don't act brand new. But
All right.
we scrutinize University BLs more than the other ones. Well, University and high school BLs because there's so many of them, right? So it's really hard to do a good one of either of those genres because you got a lot of competition.
I think just a lot of people delve way too deep into the actual university part. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Perfect 10 Liners and this, like, it's more about the drama and the characters themselves rather than, like, I
Right.
got class later. Let's go to class. And I got to finish my
Yeah.
painting. And I got
Yeah.
soccer
The
practice.
university
It's
is
just,
a background
it's just
character.
a background.
It's there.
And it should be like that, you know?
Right. And I feel as
Unless
if
it's super
Perfect
integral.
10 Liners and this, the university is just there.
Yeah.
Like
it's
you
not
all
that
know they're in
important.
university. Right. And half the time, at least in the episode that came out today, um, half of the time they weren't even at the university. They were at the mall. They were on the lake. They were doing a lot of other
Yes,
stuff.
Your Sky. Oh, like, so let's give, like, a rundown since we probably won't have time to talk about, like, Netflix or anything, but Your Sky, y'all, this is a great kind of throwback to just like your typical good type university BL drama. And it has like this is like a new boy. His name is Kong, playing Tilak,
Yes. Tirak.
which is so cute.
TT.
And he's like a little baby boy. And the other guy, Thomas, who was also in Bedfriend and Middleland's Love, he was like the other friend, the other coder underneath Net's character, if you remember. Yeah. And he's Munfa in the show. And I love a good like fake boyfriends to real boyfriends kind of plot line. Like that's just
I do like
that's such
that.
a good trope. It's so fun.
So far, do you think that Mungfa, aka Pifa, already had feelings for T-Rock?
For sure. That's why
yes,
he wasn't
I was
mad
gonna say
when
that.
he spilled coffee on him in the first episode.
Right. He wasn't mad because he liked him well before it even happened.
I feel like he's the one that suggested this whole fake relationship thing. Like he's
He
definitely
sure
like,
did.
we should fake be together and see what happens. And
Yep, he said, I'm gonna fake my way
was like,
to the top,
this is-
round and around. That's what he said.
this is very much like together, like literally together. And together, like, Sadawat's like, all right, I'll fake be your boyfriend, but obviously he loves Tyne the whole time. So like you're like hoping this fake relationship turn into a real relationship, you know?
Yeah, I'm hoping so too. And what do we like about Mike being back on our screen?
I know. I was so excited for him
a
first
villain.
episode. I did not expect
You
him to be a
were.
villain. I was like, oh, he's so cute. He's buying you gifts. Like, why is everyone being weird? Like, they were making everyone feel so weird about it. And I was like, what'd he do? Like,
And you could tell he's a piece of shit.
I mean, he seems so nice. And then all of a sudden, they're like, he's making you uncomfortable, right? Ugh. And I'm like, I mean, was he? Like, just say no. Use your words.
Yeah, that's the thing. T-Rock doesn't know how to say no.
He don't know how to say no, which is like, that's a you
Right.
problem.
But low key, if it was me and someone was buying me expensive gifts, I would still take the gifts, but I'll also say no because
Yeah, I mean, like, he wasn't
you know what?
saying anything crazy.
You know my
though.
line, right? You know my line is your bank account, my business.
Ooh.
So whatever you do with your bank account has nothing to do with me. If you decide to purchase something with your money and give it to me, I will accept it. But it doesn't mean you have to get anything in return.
Yes.
Because that's your business. You know, I didn't ask you to buy me anything.
You
but
said,
if you keep buying stuff, I'm going to keep taking it.
No
and
sugar
that's it. And
needed
if
to
I
be
don't like it,
exchanged. No
there's
sugar.
eBay, you know. So.
Oh my god. But yeah, Mike seemed nice until he turned really kind of salty, like getting these like freshmen drunk. And then like
especially when they said T-Rock does not drink.
Yeah.
And then you give him something that has alcohol in it that doesn't taste like it does.
I know. I was like, these friends are probably, these are all like freshmen. Like, they do not know what alcohol tastes like. Like, they're popping
They
shots.
either don't know what alcohol tastes like,
or this is like some soju. They're like,
extra sweet.
This is just lychee. This is just fruit punch.
Right. And I was like, I could tell them, like, these are shots. They might be in rainbow colors, but these
are shots.
Things are shots. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, no, Mike. I mean, I guess he's going to be a recurring kind of villain character in the background. But
Of course, because he's trying to figure out if this relationship is fake or not. And he might be the one to kind of expose it, you know, because you know what? T-Rock's two friends, they're kind of dumb. Like, let's be for real.
This
they're
friend
not
group
gonna
is
figure
silly.
it out.
This friend group is very silly.
Yeah, they're so silly. Only one who figured it out was
Moonfall's little brother,
you know,
obviously.
Yeah,
he's like,
in the friend group. He's like, I know both of them very
but
well.
I feel like
and this
he knows already that Moonfall likes him anyway, which is
he
also
probably
weird.
does.
It was like, you're friends with his little brother, and like everyone's fine with the little brother, but sees Moonfall as just like unattainable. Like, he is head honcho of the school. But then also, P.O., which is Mike's character, is also kind of head honcho of the school because his mom owns.
His mom is the college president.
Yeah.
She's the president of the university. Yeah.
So it's like two big, big boys of the school that everyone's like afraid of.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, it was interesting. No, yeah.
I mean, I'm liking the dynamic.
Yeah, I'm liking the
overall.
dynamic, and I like Moonfall's little brother. I forgot his name in the show, but
Lee.
He's very pretty.
I think it's Lee. Yeah, he is.
He's very pretty.
He is really pretty.
Yeah,
he is.
I'm hoping he gets his own show later. I can see him as a main.
I could see it too. I could see it.
At first,
I don't know
thought
who
he
would
liked.
be paired with.
I thought he liked T-Lock at first.
T-Lock?
Yeah.
I didn't think that at
I don't know.
all.
He's always
like,
looking a little like on the sidelines, I don't know.
Yeah, he's given shady looks.
He's giving like, I know too much. Like, I know everything. I know too much. I know more than these other two.
And so far, he knows a lot of. Well, he does by default. Because again, those other two are kind of dense. Like, let's be real, they're pretty dense.
But that first episode was hilarious with the washing of the shirt. That was so funny. I was laughing.
Chaos.
Cackling. They're like flirting
Chaos.
with the like laundromat lady, and it's
Right.
like going like
Chaos.
slow mo, and they're like, please. It was so cute. Yeah, it was hilarious.
Overall, good show.
Good show.
I think
Go watch it. It's a
I
must
think people
watch.
should get into it.
Must
It's a
watch.
must watch. Let's hope it doesn't disappoint and get really slow in the middle of the show. Let's hope.
I hope so.
And then we already talked about Heart Killers, but that just came out, as we have mentioned before. Everybody's talking about it, so if you're the kind of person who likes to follow the bandwagon, hop on the wagon, and expect it to be a bumpy ride. So
You're calling it bumpy. I think it's gonna be.
you're calling it a vibrating ride?
Oh my! I mean, it's gonna be a tough, follow up after OnlyFriends.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's something I want to ask you. So let's get into that.
Oh my god, we've talked so much.
We did. So, Jonathan,
Yes, yes.
we have a lot of shows we love, but if you could choose two, maybe three, created at any time that you are most thankful for, that you would consider that are life altering.
Not life altering. Oh, now this is a lot to handle. Oh, life altering. Oh, um. Okay, I'm thinking it.
Okay, go ahead. Tell us the
Okay.
tea.
I mean, the first
Tell us your
one,
tea. Spill your
everyone's
tea.
gonna hate me. Everyone's gonna hate me. I'm gonna say together. I have to say together. It was life altering for me. I know some people are like, compared to everything now, like that is trash. But I, I still, I'm thankful for together, for what it's done to my brain, chemistry,
Mm.
towards the genre of BL. Um,
Mm.
and then I'm gonna put Bad Buddy as well, because that show was
Mm.
amazing, show stopping. Like, I need more Nanon and Om, and that's never gonna happen. But I'm still thankful for that small little era in the world. And
Mm.
lastly, I almost forgot about the show, but I have to put this on here. The Untamed. Like, you already know. Maybe you don't know because you haven't even seen it. But
I have not
The
seen it.
Untamed has changed lives. It's changed the world.
It has.
It's
Mm-hmm.
it's literally like the top show in my brain too.
Mm.
So all three of these shows are
Mm.
10 out of 10s for me.
Okay. Um, I have three shows. I would not say all of them are 10 out of 10, but I would say they all have been life altering for me. Um, First, I would say History 3 Trap. Reason
Yes.
being is because it was the first true BL that I watched, and it was my gateway.
Mm.
So if I never saw little clips of this show showing up on my YouTube algorithm, Jonathan, you and I would not be
We
here
would not
today
be
doing
here
this
today.
podcast. So life altering
That's me
in
with
that
together.
sense.
Yeah, that's me with together. Yeah.
hmm Then the other one is Tale of a Thousand Stars, which we love that show. Probably one of my favorite Thai BLs,
Yep.
but
That flute.
specifically because I really, my first ship bias is Earth
It's
Mix.
Earth
That was my very
Mix.
first one that I started getting into. So that one definitely I'm very thankful for because that's what really got me into really following ships. And there are ships that I still follow to this day. And then together with me, because Max Tool
Max
had,
Tool.
they were the first that I was like, well, first of all, I'm gonna say I was like Earth and Mix. I was like they look great together. But when I
But when
was
you
very
saw
happy to
Max
see a
Tool,
show, right? Because the
you
difference
said, "Oh, these
is
are grown
you saw
men."
these are grown men thrashing around, giving us really nasty scenes and all of
Yo,
that.
that first
And they
episode.
were
Ooh.
sneaking and freaking and all of that, and I just love to see it. So and I that's when they became like one of my favorite ships as well. And of course now Tool is getting married to to Mew, and Mew was from another show that I wouldn't say was transformative for me, but a show that is iconic.
I
So
think it's still problematic and like does not like
yeah,
age well, but like Thorn type is still
yeah.
was was a time,
It was a time, but it was an iconic show
but
nonetheless,
it's not
right?
on our list.
No.
No, but it's not on our list, y'all. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
But I mean, that was also the first show that I saw with Mew, and I crushed on Mew during that show. I did. So now seeing like two people that I low key had little crushes on getting together, I couldn't be more excited. Those are the shows that I'm very thankful for because they have formed the BL fan that I am today.
Period.
And that's on period.
And that's on
And with
period.
that said, period, we need to go. That is all for this episode of Ride Can Top My Knee. Definitely, it is Thanksgiving. So let your knee breathe so you can stuff your face with stuff. Okay? And get your turkey neck in. Gobble, gobble.
That was a lot. That was a lot. I hope the turkey in your life stuffs your knee.
Oh, yes. Okay, put that stuffing in the knee. Is it cornbread stuffing?
Oh, that sounds good. Cornbread stuffing?
You never had cornbread stuffing?
No, I've had that nasty original stuffing with the
the
celery.
stovetop?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't always like celery in my stuffing, but cornbread stuffing is great. And I also found a recipe for a banh mi turkey stuffing.
Oh my god, goodbye, y'all.
Yes, bye y'all.
Bye,
Have
y'all.
a good one. Gobble, gobble. Gobble.